I am a healing artist, a performing artist. That means I'm a massage therapist and massage therapy instructor, and I'm a writer, actress.
Born and raised in Chicago, huh?
Born and raised.
Wow.
Born and raised.
You told me Whitney Young.
I've lived in Roseland, Chatham, Humboldt Park, Aurora, Kenwood, all over. It's my city.
Any college?
Yes. I went
Where?
to Howard University in D.C. That's my second home.
Ooh.
Spent a long time there too.
And what was your major?
Well, I started out in the School of Business. I knew I was going to be in business somehow, but couldn't wear a suit as a freshman orientation just to sit for a lecture. I couldn't deal with not being creative right away. So I knew I was a writer. So I ended up being in the School of Journalism.
School of Journalism. You want to be a journalist.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm a writer. I'm definitely a writer, but it's more on the creative side. Dealing with the media and the way that it was taught, and actually the way that it is, just the way that it's set up, I didn't like it. So I'm like, I'm not going to change my major again. I'm going to get out of school. So I stayed within journalism and ended up focusing on public relations. I needed something that I could tie into the arts in some kind of way, and PR, you need it for everything.
So you went from journalism to public relations?
Public relations is within the journalism department.
Oh,
so it is journalism.
Wow. So, but let's jump to this massage therapy. You told me you're a massage therapist. How do you jump from being a journalist, public relations person, to massage therapist?
It's not a jump. It's not a jump. You know, I've known for a long time what I want to do. You know, so being a healing artist and being in the performing arts, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, well, journalist, healer, performing arts. Okay, what type of performing arts?
I'm an actress.
Stage?
So stage, film, I've done independent film. But what you start to see, the more you get into, especially theater. The more I got into theater, I saw how like the exercises, the work that you have to do on yourself, it's all healing. There are physical warm-ups that's yoga, you know, for somebody who's looking at it a certain way. But if you're an actress, you know that you have to tune your instrument, your body, your voice. Then you have to embody a character, right? But if you have your own blockages and you haven't healed your own stuff, it's not going to come across right. That's just the way I think. That's just the way I see it. So it definitely helps. You know, when I get on stage or if I have to prepare for a character, it's like, wait a minute, I can't say these things. What's going on? What do I have to heal? What do I have to deal with? And there's some people who get really deep into it, and then there are others who just wake up in the morning and they can just do whatever character, you know, and that doesn't matter.
Now, back in the day when you were at Whitney Young, you weren't one of those teenagers. So many teenagers are trying to, of course, you try to find yourself. Who am I? What am I trying to do? You weren't a confused teenager, were you?
I mean, we're all trying to figure out exactly who we are and what our place is, you know.
How did you get over that? How did you get through it?
Just growing. You have to go through. You have to take each life circumstance as they come, you know, and have people around you that you can go to.
Because I talk to young people all the time. I love talking to young ladies in high school, and of course they want to challenge I'm 30 years older than them. They want to challenge my wisdom, and I say,
it's part of the process too.
I know. Hey, I did the same thing. And so when I tell them this is what's going to happen in the next 10 years. So when you were at Whitney Young back in the day, what were your goals? What did you see yourself, instead of when you were 17, what did you see yourself doing when you were 27, 10 years, you know?
Well, at 17, I was already at Howard. At that time, though, I just knew I was going to be performing, I was going to be touring.
No marriage, no children?
Of course. I definitely wanted children. I just knew I was going to have children early, like very soon after.
So you're a mom?
No, I'm not a mother. My mother wasn't going to have that either.
So you thought about maybe I would have children in my 20s, but you didn't.
Well, I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, you don't mean early 20s, you know, right, early 20s, yeah.
But that's the thing, in terms of family and having a family, it's very important to me. Like, I want to do it on purpose. Anybody give you a baby?
Yeah, but I say that because some of the young ladies I talk to them, they want to have these children. And they say, Mr. Sims, I want to have children in my early 20s to maintain my body and my shape.
Right.
You didn't go through that, did you?
So that wasn't, you know, I didn't necessarily think about that. So then by the time I'm this age, I could you know, I could get back to my original shapes. No, I never really thought about that. But like I said, I believe in having a family on purpose, you know, having a plan for it. And of course, everything changes.
Yeah, things change, but and you didn't get.
But it's fine to have that mindset, though.
Right. And what about the boys from Whitney Young to Howard? You didn't let the boys sidetrack your goals, did you?
Yeah, because if you have them and you know who you are, you understand your worth.
So you didn't fall in love and lose your mind?
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
It did not deter your goals? It didn't threw you off, anything like that?
No. I mean, love is a part of the plan. And that's the thing, I always look for love. And, you know, being younger or whatever, maybe a romanticized view of it. But love is always part of the plan, you know. Always, whether it's performing or conversation.
Even now.
That's my problem.
Ooh.
If I could play, you know. And everybody can play, but if, you know, if it intrigued me, if I didn't get bored with it after a few
So
minutes,
marriage is not part of the plan?
It is.
It is? Not right now, though, right?
It is. I mean, I'm very open to it. Very, very open to it. But I can't play. I don't know how to play fair.
Yeah.
Play the game, play your position. That's fine.
I say it because you have your career and you have your personal life, and how do you make sense of it? That's why I brought you on to inspire, especially young ladies who, you know, they're in their teens, early 20s. How do you plan what you need to do? How do you try to accomplish your goals? And LaQuis, did you accomplish your goals you had 10 years ago?
10 years ago. Actually, 10 years ago, I was accomplishing them. 10 years ago, I was traveling. And being in the moment, it's like, wait a minute, I'm so glad I took pictures. I'm so glad there's video performances, because when you're in the moment and you're fully living it, it feels great. And I didn't sit there saying, yeah, let me project this momentum forward. That's something I didn't do. I don't feel bad about that. But 10 years ago, I was definitely doing what I wanted to do. And I'm doing what I want to do now, but I feel like I'm at a point where I want to speed up some more. Give me another time where everything's coming at me.
See, 10 years from now, 10 years from now, in the year 2019, you'll be in your 30s, well into your 30s. What do you see yourself being accomplishing? You know, you see. I mean, you had the goals you had 10 years ago. You don't have right now, and who knows what's going to happen another 10 years. Let's see it. Let's talk about your future.
Yeah. Well, because I'm very comfortable with the present, I know my future's going to be all right. I know that I'm still going to have the same loves that I have. It's just going to be on another level, you know. Yes, I am self-employed. Where's my foundation? Where's my legacy? What am I leaving? You know, what structures am I actually going to leave? I'll have those things in place. I'll have my family, God willing. You know, so it's just about taking it to the next level every single time I do something. And that's what, I mean, going back to one of your questions, how do you do it? How do you stay on track? Know who you are. Find whatever it is that makes you smile, that makes you lose time, that brings you joy, and be unmovable in that. You know, go to that quiet place that says, wait a minute, I like making stuffed animals. You know, people say this is crazy, but you never know. Your calling could be in that. You know, all your gifts could be in that. What are your quirks? What makes you different from others? Differences are on purpose. You know, we're not here to be carbon copies of the exact same thing. So find those things. And my thing is, I've known it for a while. So being young, it's kind of like the blessing and the curse. You can't really do too much about it if those around you, even twice your age, don't know that. They don't know, you know, who they are, what they want to do. So automatically they try to dim that light in you. But I kept going. I have a long way to go.